Tell me a little bit about the provisional assessment classes and what you picked up, what surprised you, and how that relates to organizations being assessed in CMMC in the future, and then what that looks like from a NIST 800-171 standpoint.
So when I went through the provisional assessment, provisional assessor classes, I was actually in the first class. In reality, if we kind of look at this as software development, we were the minimum viable product, the MVP. And us, our first group of 30 walking through that, it was rough. I mean, I'm going to be honest, but it was also incredible. And it's kind of hard for people to understand that. When you're doing software and system development, that minimum viable product is always a challenge because you're going to find all the defects along the way. And that's expected, and you want that. But what amazed me was the level of effort that the directors at CMMCAB had put in, the level of knowledge and the level of detail they already had in the class at that point in time. So for us, it was a one-day CBT, and then it was supposed to be 3 days of just online classes, really more virtual classroom type style with some training. As we got into that, all the questions we're asking, they quickly realized that they needed a 4th day for this class, for the other classes. So unfortunately, for the following 2 classes, they got an extra day. But they also found areas that they needed to reinforce that came out as a part of our questions. The other good news that has gone on with the provisional assessor class is, and what I saw CMMC do is when we would find an issue, they would leap it and literally feed it right back. So during the CBTs, we would find an issue, and by about Tuesday, day 2 of our online classes, they'd already fixed the CBT parts. And so it's a perfect software agile development cycle that they're doing, and it's working incredibly well. And I'm really impressed with the level of effort they've done on that. The content, the thing that probably popped for me the most wasn't so much the CMMC framework, assessing the framework. My work in the standards working group had me heavily involved in that. So that was kind of a rehash around things that I already knew. The assessment methodology was the part for me that said, okay, this is really the process the assessment goes through, that kind of went click. Oh my God, there's a lot of business work to be done, not only from the organization being assessed, but the assessing organization has a lot of stuff of processes and mechanisms we've got to build and put in place that kind of had me thinking down those paths of how to handle all that.